Work ethic, spirit, and fearlessness. These are the characteristics that the boss Ten Hag requires for his team. And once they do so, we are a hard team to beat, because one thing we know about our boss, he will bring the tactics. Welcome on radar. This is your boy Case, aka Face, doing this for 1878 Casuals. We're brought to you by Terrace Cold and Moo Mia Ice Cream. And this is my match reaction. Versatility. Ten Hag wants us to be versatile. That makes us harder to beat, harder to match up for. And seeing that we don't have such a deep team when it comes to quality, he has found ways to maneuver the team and take advantage of the qualities each of some of his attacking or his more technical and skilled players can do. First of all, we generally, on paper, is the 4-2-3-1, but when you check the thing and you see how we did it, it's more like a 2-3-2-3. When we lined up in this first formation, the 2-3-2-3, basically it's there to get Rashi. Well, what we saw was to get Rashi involved. Rashi was able to roam, freelance, attack a defense, probe, find weakness, get the ball, carry it, pass the other player. He was getting other players involved. So Rashi was a focal point, drawing attention and looking for weakness, which is brilliant because Rashi's cerebral enough in his game to do that. And this is a part of the game we haven't seen from Rashi because he was so on the left. So it didn't make sense to draw him from the left and bring him back to the right. In this situation, put him in the center, he showed how Rashi is very talented. I mean, he was active, and that kept him motivated, kept him in the game. And when you have players motivated, that's where you get that work ethic constantly. Next, we went to the 3-3-1-3, and this was to get Sabitzer involved. If you notice, Sabitzer was active early. We were able to switch to this formation no problem, because when we did the Rashi thing, we went to the Sabitzer. You saw Sabitzer was active. He was playmaking. He was passing the ball. He even got a shot off. He was able to work both sides of the field. And then that 3-3-1-3 was to kind of put Sabitzer in that number 10 role. Not a number 10, but he was still attacking. He was still trying to find his shot. And I thought that was excellent from Ten Hag to show us those abilities, because honestly, after Newcastle, I thought Sabitzer was almost like a dead Ting. Like I didn't see it. I rated him. I liked his pedigree. I know he played for big teams, but I just didn't think he had it in him. And this game gave me a lot of hope when it came to Sabitzer. Next, because of Luke's injury, we had to go to the 2-4-1-3, and this shows how Bruno is brilliant. Bruno was more like a 6 or an 8, and then he was able to drop back, be more defensive, and be like a quarterback from those defensive positions. Bruno, he was also working both sides of the field and being attacking in this situation, but I think when Luke got hurt, Bruno being able to do that and stabilize the team was big for that point in the game, because we had to get Malacia involved. We had to get him warmed up and on game speed, and Bruno was able to drop back, help with the defense, and still be attacking. And that just transitioned well, because it gave our team to settle down and not lose focus. Because losing Luke, any other team prior to this would have fallen apart. It would have been a mess, because we couldn't have able to stay in our rules, our standards, our work ethic. Everybody was able to be themselves, not change how things were, because Bruno went back and took on some defensive responsibilities. The final one I think I saw was a 2-3-2-3, similar to what we started off with Rashi, but this Bruno dropped back to the CDM, to the lone CDM in front of our two, and we actually brought on Lindelof late too, but Bruno's would be more center because of the prior one. Bruno drifted more to the left. He was more center in this CDM. Bruno, he was able to find Delo on cross play. When there's a play when he found Delo, and Delo did a cross to Scotty, and Scotty almost got header. Bruno is, some people say that, first of all, let me get to Bruno's stats. Bruno had 114 touch, 87% accuracy, 3 chances created, 7 of the 9 long balls completed, and 13 passes in the final third. When man like that, when Bruno do that thing, it's amazing. That's the Bruno we love, and he does that more than not. But this game, Ten Hag, I want to say he kept guys interested by being versatile with his lineups, being versatile with his attack, counting on other guys to initiate the game, and I think he realizes simplicity might not be a good thing for this team because they're talented enough to understand their roles in different formations as long as they stick to the rules. And I think he took the laziness out of them by being versatile with the setup. So Bruno, some people think that Casemiro is the Don, but you have to give Bruno a salute, man. You have to salute Bruno because Bruno, he don't miss games. He give us work ethic. Yeah, there's times we get frustrated with Bruno, but more times than not, the man is wicked. First of all, I think the man of the match was Bruno personally, but I want to give a shout out to Lisandro Martinez. He had a 92% accuracy, 86 touches, 70 passes completed, 7 ball recoveries, 6 out of 7 ground duels won, 5 long balls completed, 5 tackles won, 2 clearances, 2 interceptions, and 1 versus 1. He had one dribble completed. Things like that, we shine. And the thing we got to do is get depth. Players we can be a complex team to beat. We could be a hard team to beat if guys come with work ethic and attitude and spirit and fairness, all the things we talked about. Because Ten Hag was bring the tactics. He will bring the tactics. If the man then will show that work ethic, we're going to look fine for the rest of the season. They've done the work at home, made Trafford a fortress. They have done that, and that's something that we haven't had in the last couple of years. Trafford is a real fortress, but it's going to take attitude. We got to keep that attitude, the fearlessness, and all them things Ten Hag talk about, because eventually we're going to have to win this thing on the road. In American football, they say things like a good defense travels well in the playoffs. Well, for Manchester United Football Club, attitude is going to travel well when we go away. Attitude is going to be the thing that gets us through. We did what we had to do. This is a huge win. We needed things because things was looking a little bleak. It was looking like it was going to get crazy. But Brentford also helped us in this situation. Brentford did not come and attack us. They, we needed a result. We needed to fight. We needed to prove something to us, to the club, and to themselves. So Brentford, by laying off early, allowed us to get our rhythm, allowed us to get our tempo. And when we got going into different formations, it was like they were chasing the ball. It's attitude with this club. It's attitude. We have to have attitude no matter what. And I'm glad it's happening with this club because, this lineup, this roster, because we're going to get more depth. That's a given. We're going to get better on the roster. But if this core group can stay together as some of these people and show that what Ten Hag motto and DNA is, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And I'm talking about in the years to come. But this season, we have to stay at attitude. Attitude is going to get us through. And that's all that is. Ten Hag will bring the tactics. Get me? This Case, a.k.a. Face, 1878 Casuals, Terrace Cole, Moon with Me Ice Cream. Like, subscribe, share the thing. Chat to me now. Comment. Tell me what I'm going to do. Shout out to the boys. Good win. Let's go get Everton and Blue Scouts. Peace.